Hi there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's episode I'm going to be having a look to see if I can replace the seat tilt handles on both the driver's and passenger's side on this Mk6 Fiesta. So as you can see, they are both broken. I've got some replacements in this package, so we'll open it up, see what it looks like and see if we can fit them. So I got a pair of these off eBay for a very reasonable price. They look good. Fantastic. Let's see how easy they are to fit. Right, so in the cases of both of these handles, the actual handle itself is actually snapped off of the base. So what we need to do is get the base off, because this sort of silver pin bit here we need to expose. That's the pull cord, and what we need to do is we need to slacken this cord and get the seat tilted forward so that then we can maneuver the new base and handle onto the seat itself. So what we need to do is somehow get like a screwdriver or something and prise it underneath here, and where there's this little metal pin just here, there's like a plastic piece that's this bit here, and that's actually separate from the rest of this base. So we need to separate those two bits, get this off, slacken the cable, get the seat pulled forward. Right, that's that one off. Broken anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's broken already. Right, so with that plastic base out of the way, what we need to now do is get a set of pliers, get onto this pull cord here, pull it out, and that should hopefully recline the seat. There we go. And now that cord is now slack, which is what we want. So now we can try and slot the new base and handle over the top of this piece. So looking at the two handles here, when we flip them over, you can actually see that they are marked up with an L on that one and an R on that one, so you know which one's left and right. They are ever so slightly different, because I think the angle of this sort of rectangular piece here, it's sort of different positions for each of them, so that's how you know which one's which. So we're going to do the driver's one first, so this is the right hand side. So when we look at this handle here, if I sort of open it with my thumb, just in there you can see that hole in the centre, and that hole there lines up with that bit of plastic there. And just next to that hole, can you see there's that little section with those two lugs that's next to the hole? Now, the little silver cable ending, that has got to sit just where those two lugs are on top of them, in that sort of little slot bit. So that's what we need to try and manoeuvre, say that bit there, and then that lug into that section. So when you look at the back of this, and you've got these sort of two lugs here, they've got to go into the slots there and at the top there. And the end of this rod, this little metal bit here, that needs to sort of sit where my finger is in the centre, and it hooks into that bit just there where my finger is at the end. So I think it should hopefully locate itself. As we put that in there, it should find its way. As long as the end of that metal rod goes in between them two lugs like that, it should slot in. Okay, so the trick here, I think, what we need to do is ensure that the end of this rod is pressed up against that. So when you push the sort of the base and the clip over the top, that rod just in there is tucked in as you're angling in like that. So if you can see that, the lugs that go either side of this metal bit, can you see the top of that, the metal sort of pull cord, that rod bit, that goes in the middle between there. So as you're sort of positioning and pressing down, it's inside there. Right, I think it has located itself because there feels to be a little bit of resistance there, so I think it might have gone into the slot. I think that's in. Let's have a look. Let's pull the handle back. Yeah, you can see the little metal rod has actually located itself into that slot. So, that should mean, in theory, that when I push this back, and now I lift the handle, yeah, fantastic. See that there, just at the end of my finger, that's that metal rod, so it's actually slotted itself. Because we positioned it so that it was in the centre of the two lugs as we push this on, it's actually located itself into the groove just here, so it's now properly attached. Fantastic. Right, get the passenger seat done now. So same principle as before. This bit here and all that bit there in line with it is the bit that we want to retain. Everything else around it can all come off, and it doesn't matter if it breaks because obviously we're replacing it, so it's a case of just getting a screwdriver inside underneath it and trying to prise it off. There we go. As long as we've got that bit there, that's all that matters. Pliers in, grab hold of the rod, pull the cable, and that one ain't moving. I'll tell you something as well, that cable don't look too clever neither. Oh dear. We might have a bit of a problem on this seat. Do I need to grab hold of both bits and pull them together? Ah. Oh dear. It looks as if this seat's cable is not retracting, so probably not going to be able to do this one. Right, I think I can see the problem. So when we pull the new one, sort of lift that handle up and down, you actually see down there, look, that cable is pulling down there, so it's actually lifting a mechanism. Same on this side as well, it's actually lifting a mechanism. Now when you look down here, where was it? You pull it back, you can see just down there, look, the end of the cable is broken off from where it's meant to be attached down there. That's a bit annoying. Right, so we've unfortunately got a bit of a problem with trying to get the passenger seat sorted out. So when I've taken the damaged base off of the seat here and exposed the cable, you can actually see that the cable itself, where that little rod is on the end, is actually snapped and is only hanging on by literally a thread. But worse still, when I've gone to attempt to pull on what was left of that cable, you can actually see when you look at the bottom of the seat base, you can actually notice that the mechanism itself is only operating on one side of it. So it's actually completely snapped, and I was able to actually pull the wire through completely, and here it is. So yeah, not great. So at the minute, this seat, unfortunately, we can't recline even with replacing this handle, so a bit annoying, but we've managed to get one sorted. So we've got the driver's side done, so as you can see, pull the handle back and the seat comes back. So we've managed to get partially into the back of this Fiesta, which I guess is a bonus. Right, so I just want to pass a thanks on to the eBay seller Fresh Air for the actual product itself. They're absolutely fantastic. For the pair of them for less than £8, I can't fault it. Absolutely brilliant, and it arrived within a couple of days, and that was with free postage as well. So a massive thank you for sending those out. Really pleased about it. So if you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it thumbs down. Any comments you want to put forward would be greatly appreciated. Have a look at the other social media platform details and my email address in the description below if you'd like to. And if you would, of course, like to give our channel some support, then just hit the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate all of the support that you can give to us. Right, so at least we can get into the back of this car now, even though we've only managed to do one side. But that's better than nothing. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching and your continued support as ever. And we shall see you in the next episode. Take care of yourselves. Cheers now. Bye-bye. I think that's in.